Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need.
As you all can see, we have a very special guest. This guy kicks butt, especially with that mapping. This is Scott from Kalibrated. Scott, I hope all is well with you and your family.
Sorry. Can you hear me now? All right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Everything is good with me, and I hope everything is good with yours as well.
All right, Scott, let's get into it. What is going on in Ukraine right now? And I ask you that in context of this. Just 2 weeks ago, you heard the Polish officials saying that they would not engage in shooting down Russian missiles over Ukraine, even as if they could. That's one thing, as if they could, but they would not engage in that. And Russian officials said that if that would happen, then they would take that as an attack on Russia. So now, fast forward it to today, when the Polish, I believe Tusk, I believe it was the president. Is Tusk the president? No, what is it? Radislaw. That's what I'm talking about. Radislaw says that it is Poland's duty to shoot down Russian missiles over Ukraine. And I'm pulling up this article, and I want to get your input on this, because it's on RT, and it says Poland has duty to shoot down Russian missiles over Ukraine. That's the foreign minister, and it says Warsaw has a right to self-defense. They use this term all the time. Despite conflict escalation concerns, Radislaw Sikorski has said Poland and other NATO members bordering Ukraine must be able to shoot down Russian missiles and drones that they believe pose a threat, even if they are not in their airspace. Now, are they trying to cower Russia? Are they trying to see what the temperature is like on Russia's reaction, or they're just crazy as hell trying to start World War III?
I think what you're seeing more with these sort of claims is sort of the thing we've seen throughout the entirety of the war. The situation escalate to the point that the West wants. It seems to me that not all of the West, again, there are power groups in the West. The neocon sort of group that is really pushing the Ukraine project still is the group that I think is expecting Russia to, when the Ukrainians went into Kursk, I think that was an idea that Washington did not approve of, but people in Washington did approve of it, right? So the official position of Washington is no, don't do this. It's not going to help. But there are people in Washington who are really wanting this to go ahead. And so I think that the Russians just are not responding the way the West is expecting them to, and the Russians are going to continue to not respond the way that the West wants them to. So in terms of missiles flying over the country being intercepted in Poland, if it does happen, there will be consequences for Poland. Are the Russians going to declare war? No, there's really no point in doing that. But a risk that Poland is incurring is that if Russia were to declare war, or were to do something provocative in the other direction, NATO would not necessarily come to Poland's aid in that case. And that is exactly why I brought up the whole Washington statement, saying that you're on your own if you do this to any of the Eastern European states.
Why is Russia taking this? Why do you think Russia is taking this laid back approach? Because there are a lot of people that are saying that Russia should. I'm one of the ones who is saying that when a bully continues to escalate, sometimes to prevent war, you have to slap them a couple of times, to prevent war. Because if you continue to give them a free hand, if you give them an inch, they're going to take 2 miles. And I was talking to Dr. Paul Craig Roberts day before, I think 2 days ago or something like that. And he is in that same mind that Russia should smack the West in the mouth, because the West cannot defeat Russia.
Sullivan, because he isn't letting us start a third world war. Like that's literally the sentiment. It's only going to get worse. And the second the US drops Ukraine, I'm telling you, there's going to be this nasty anti-West faction in Ukraine that they're just going to have to, those sort of red lines that were crossed, all of the muted reactions from the Russians, you're going to see all of that come home eventually. The time and the place is more important than the making it known right away that the Russians are reacting.
And speaking of, you're right on point. I want to play a little clip from a British politician and what he had to say about Vladimir Putin, Russia, and what they think of the West. So it's only about 2 minutes, so check this out.
A former chief advisor to a British prime minister has called the West's involvement in Ukraine a stupid mistake, with sanctions having little or no impact on Russia. That says the top strategist seeks to return to political office in a new role and with a new party.
We should have never got into the whole stupid situation. It's not a replay of 1940 with Potemkin Zelensky as the Churchillian underdog. This whole Ukrainian corrupt mafia state has basically conned us all, and we're all going to get as a consequence. The lesson we've taught Putin is that we're a bunch of total jokers. I mean, Putin already knew that.
Not forget, he's bitter. He was kicked out of his particular party, the entourage around Boris Johnson. There was a bit of a nasty breakup, and he was always this sort of polemic, rebellious, sort of manipulating the press.
That said, the politician is saying that Vladimir Putin has played the West, and that he's exposed the hypocrisy, the arrogance, and the stupidity of West. What do you have to say about the little clip we just played?
That's just pretty much common sense. I think that Britain in particular, I think that Washington has sort of this, I'm sorry, my dog's barking. I don't know if you can hear it.
We just played.
That's just pretty much common sense. I think that Britain in particular, I think that Washington has sort of this, I'm sorry, my dog's barking. I don't know if you can hear that.
I have a cat, so I understand.
I think that Britain has really done itself in.
Yeah, because I know now the reports are coming out in the West now, and they're saying it's leaking a little bit in the I think New York Times or the Washington Post that this was not friendly fire. It was not down by friendly fire. It was not pilot error. They won't say that it was a Russian strike that took the plane out. They would just say that it was not pilot error, and they are not believing the story that it was friendly fire. I think this is the United States trying to double back and cover itself after putting out its version of the propaganda.
Well, I mean, they didn't want to deliver any of this. They didn't want to deliver these F-16s. The war was never supposed to get to this point. That's the thing, is the war was never supposed to get to 2023. The Russian was supposed to collapse, and the U.S. needs every single engine we have for our own, military. And so it's just a common trope. And yeah, I do think it is a perfect cover up. It is the ultimate, the Russians didn't do anything, we did it to ourselves, which is just, I don't know. If you're believing that, I feel like your logic and reasoning skills don't go very deep.
Hey, Scott, man, I thank you for joining me on this platform. We got to get you back on here, man. You kick, like I told you, you kick butt, man. I really appreciate you joining, and I'm going to send you the link to the video. You can post it.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
All right, man. I thank you so much, Scott, man. Be blessed, be safe out there.
Yeah, you take care and have a great day.
All right, you too, man. Everybody, Scott gave us his hour of his time. We got to be thankful for that. I mean, Scott, you got to go to Kalibrated. This guy has maps. He's telling you how the line is moving and what's going on the battlefield. When I finally found this channel, it blew my mind because the guy, I mean, he is on point with this stuff. So you have to go to Kalibrated and subscribe. You got to give this, and go to his Patreon also. Go to Scott's Patreon.
I should have a live stream today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is in 2 hours.
Give me a shout out. Scott, be blessed, man. Thank you so much. Everybody, listen. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me on this platform, the most powerful platform for truth, bar none. Remember that I love you if you love truth, but know that the love that I have for you will always pale in comparison to the love that God has for you. Until we next speak again, stay strong, stay true, but above all things, stay righteous. And remember this, always do right to others, not because others are watching, but because it's the right thing to do. Because even when no one else is watching, God is watching. Hey, mama. Again, stay strong, stay true, but above all things, stay righteous. And remember this, always do right to others, not because others are watching, but because it's the right thing to do. Because even when no one else is watching, God is watching. Hey, mama, your baby boy loves you more than life. Deuces.
Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a